Now back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Barton Power Sports.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, and we're going to give Ron Wong a little break. He can listen. We've been talking fishing, and, wow, great two segments with Hank Weldon and Buddy Gross, two of them. Really nice guys. I enjoyed that first two segments. Well, I enjoyed our first segment, just being Ron, because Ron can talk fishing. But let's talk turkey hunting. This is the final weekend for Tennessee. The season ends on tomorrow, Sunday. And I got a couple of guys on with me right now that, boy, you're talking about roots. If you were trying to dig up their turkey roots, it'd take you a long time, because these families, when you get these two families together, they have made a lot of turkey history, and that's Steve Turpin, our good friend Steve Turpin. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, Larry.
And who do you have on with us this morning, Steve?
This is my good friend Will Aycock.
There you go. Will Aycock, how you do, buddy?
Good. How y'all doing this morning?
We're doing good. They're doing good. And let's I know we've talked to Steve many times. It's one of my favorite shows of the year. We'll have to get Will to sneak in here next year, Steve, so he can see how much fun we have in that turkey show.
Oh, yeah, it'd be a blast.
Yeah, but both of these guys work together in the hunting department at Sportsman's Warehouse in South Haven, one of our show sponsors, but that has nothing to do with the relationship we want to talk about. Steve, explain a little bit your family's relationship to the Aycock family.
Well, my family's been making calls since the turn of the century. And it's technically it's three generations, but because of the age gap between my great uncle Tom Turpin, who started the business, and my grandfather Edmund Turpin, there was 21 years difference in their age, so it's more like four generations for me. Well, the Aycock family has been hunting with our calls for three generations, and have been just real good friends, and a lot of turkeys have died at both our families' hands.
They have, and we'll talk about the relationship between the Turpin family and your family.
Oh, it's been a great thing. As a matter of fact, my father and my grandfather go way back with the Turpin family. I remember, even as a little boy, I still remember Steve going to all the NWTF banquets, and I always looked up to Steve. I knew the history between the two families, and Dad had always told me about it. And using their calls, it was just kind of an ongoing relationship with them. We always got together and talked turkey hunting, and it was always a real good time.
And Will, tell us who your dad and grandfather, their names, and a little bit about them.
My grandfather, Dr. William Aycock, he was a general surgeon in Memphis. Huge turkey hunter, known through all the area for killing some really hard-headed turkeys. And again, his son, my father, Dr. William Aycock Jr., was again a doctor. He was an OBGYN up in Memphis, and if he wasn't bringing babies into this world, he was hunting and fishing. He was a great teacher, and he was an exceptional turkey hunter.
And I know you guys have, and Steve explained this, because in a sad side to this, there is even a connection between something that happened to each family.
Yeah, both of our grandfathers actually passed away with heart attacks while turkey hunting.
Is that not something? That's
wow.
Yeah.
My grandfather had a heart attack and died in 1959 on Centennial Island.
And your grandfather's name was?
Edmund Turpin.
Yes, that's Edmund Turpin. And so he was turkey hunting and had the heart attack. Did they find him there? I mean,
he was hunting with a real close friend of ours, Bill Barnett, and he actually collapsed into Bill's arms, and Bill tried to resuscitate him. They didn't know anything about that stuff back in the 50s. Did what he could, but he could have been on an operating table and had that massive a heart attack, and they couldn't have saved him today.
How old was it? How old was he? You remember?
He was in his 60s.
Okay. All right. So,
and then, Will's grandfather actually, when they could hunt down on President's Island open hunting, they had a turkey down there that was kind of renowned for being uncallable, unkillable. And so he went down there one afternoon to try him out, and he didn't come home. And they sent out a search party, and they found him late that night, and he was sitting up against a tree, had his Turpin yelper around his neck, his Turpin box call laying next to him, and on the other side of him was that uncallable, unkillable turkey.
He had killed the turkey and passed away.
He killed the turkey and then had a heart attack. So, I mean, both of them, it was really
wow.
If you have to go, which we all do, that's the way to do it.
And Will, I got to ask you, I guess, how old are you, Will?
I'm 30 years old, Larry.
Coach, so how has that story been passed around in your family a little bit?
It has been an ongoing. It's one of the stories that you live for. It's especially our tie with turkey hunting and how much my grandfather just lived for it, and my father, how much he enjoyed it, and it's the same way with me. It's just in my blood. I'd rather turkey hunt than do anything.
Well, as Steve talked about, and again, we're talking to Steve Turpin from the Turpin Game Calls, and been around for over 100 years, and Will Aycock, whose family roots go back that far too, and love of turkey hunting. And these guys just actually ended up working together in the hunting department at Sportsman's Warehouse in South Haven. And that's
one of my favorite places to go.
I know it is, but you don't stop in their department very often.
Oh, I like to go talk to Steve and to Will.
Okay, all
right. That's all good. David Fields is there.
Yeah, if you bring the food, David Humphreys would love for you to come down there.
Well, I know.
You did promise that you were going to have some kind of food site.
Peanut and I are supposed
to
do a fish fry down there
sometime,
but we haven't settled on a date yet.
Well,
and Larry will invite you too.
Oh, that's good. Will you be in town when you have it?
I hope so.
Okay. So turkey hunting to you guys, a season is ended again. Steve, what kind of season did you have?
I had a fantastic one. I only got to hunt in Tennessee. Just I didn't have a whole lot of time between work and making calls, but I ended up with 4 nice gobblers and a bonus coyote that I called in.
The bonus coyote is the one that I was appreciative of you doing that. And then, Will, I understand you had a pretty good season too.
I had a very, very, very memorable season. We started off
three
chasing
varies.
gobblers
You just
in
said
Mississippi on public land, and I ended up getting my state limit off government land in Mississippi and called up a few other long beards for some good friends of mine, and then we moved on to Arkansas and had a wonderful hunt over on Island 66, which is an island out in the middle of the Mississippi River.
Yes.
And ended up taking my 2 birds in Arkansas and calling up another bird for a good friend of mine.
Wow. Well, I hope I get on your friendship list sometime.
Man, you're there, Larry.
Yeah, I wait for Turpin. Turpin's going to wait when I get in my wheelchair and my walker. That's when he's going to take me. I roll me out there and just leave me there and point the gun someplace like that. So you guys, I know that. So the season is ended. Once it's all over, I know Steve has some thoughts, and some people asked me about that, Steve. And they are going to reduce some of those. I understand. The TWRA commission meeting ended yesterday. I don't have all the results posted yet, but they were going to propose to cut back some of those liberal units that they had in Middle Tennessee, where you could kill 6 birds in one county and move to another county and 6 more. And I know you are a proponent of that.
Yeah, it's when it first came out, I thought, man, it's a lot of turkeys. I said, but I'll take it. But then thinking back on it, they need to reduce that. And I've talked to one of the commissioners, and what he told me was that they're definitely going to take a look at the fall.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
No proposal for change for the spring, which I anticipated because, we're already over 30,000 turkeys for the year.
Yeah. So, if we go to 3 from 4, it doesn't make any difference like that. You guys, thank you for being with us. I know that the ties are unbelievable here, and I like the way – how old are you, Steve?
I'm 47.
He kept talking about looking up to you when he was a little boy. Did you get that, Steve?
Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
I can remember it, though. He'd run up, Turpin. He'd just be smiling, hanging around me. So it was always.
Oh, I can remember you were a little boy, Steve. Okay,
oh, yeah.
So now I never ran up and hung around me or anything like that, But I appreciate Steve Turpin friendship over the years and to keeping the family name alive, Steve. I know that you got some friends here, and I know that to keep that name alive. And you guys, folks out there, head on down to Sportsman's Warehouse. I'm not going to throw a plug, but they are a sponsor. So go down there and visit these guys. They're in the gun department, or stop off and see John Hoffman in the fishing department, or see David Humphreys or David Fields, and you got all the other girls around there. Abby's down there, and all of them, and we appreciate you guys, okay? Y'all have a great weekend, all right?
Thank you. You do the same.
All right, buddy. Talk to y'all later. All right. Okay, Ron, I got the turkey hunting out of the way.
No, hey, that's good. I love talking
Is that not
turkey.
A story, though? That
no, that's
both
a
of their
great
grandfathers
story.
died turkey hunting?
And with heart attacks.
Yeah, that's
doing what they love to do.
Yeah.
And
that's what's going to happen to you. Ron, you're going to make that big cast, and you're going to have that 14-pound bass on.
And you know what's so sad is I won't be able to enjoy pictures of it.
Oh, we'll have pictures of it with you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you'll probably have a selfie when you go down. That's what Ron will. Or Brad Wiggman will be there with his GoPro.
Yeah, right.
That's
Brad is everywhere.
Brad
also.
is everywhere. There's Brad. If you don't know Brad Wiggman, go to Facebook and like him, because he is the master of GoPro. That camera.
He likes to use that GoPro.
Golly, yeah. But I tell you what, our interviews that Ron makes on LROutdoors.com is top notch. We interview some folks that you'll never see anyplace else except on LROutdoors.com, because Ron is there working hard. Either he or Deborah Hinks and all the other entourage that Ron has.
It's there's a lot of good people in the outdoors.
Whether
it's fishing or hunting.
Well,
I will tell you.
You're one of them, Ron. Good
it's a fun deal.
All right, let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Come right back, and Ron's got somebody else lined up here. I'm ready for it. We'll be right back.
You can find